Alright, this is Friday, and I'm going to be combining today's video with tomorrow's video, which will be Saturday. You can put it up Saturday night. So this is going to be a 2-day video, and the reason is because I've got to go to an art show in Ennis today because it's the art walk, and my friend is Todd Connor's going to be painting a model in the gallery, and I told him I'd be there to support him. So I'm going to start off by making a belt for my warrior here out of wax, and this is Victory Brown wax, and I've run it through the pasta machine to make sure that the thickness is the same all the way along, and I'm going to thread it underneath there and around there. And I'm just getting the size of it because I want to add tacks to the belt, and so I'm just working out the size of the belt. Alright, now this will have brass discs on the belt. It'll be a lot easier to cast it, and it's still true to the period. The wax is a little hard because I haven't had much time to warm it up this morning. There we go. Alright, I'm going to add the belt now. I'm going to put the buckle on the front, not the back. Because quite honestly, the front's going to be hidden by the horse, and I just soon have the interesting side towards the viewer. There we go. I've cut out a template out of paper, and I'm going to now place that template on the wax and just cut feathers out. I've made about 15 feathers, and enough to show the foundry what I'm thinking of doing, and also to kind of work out the thing for myself. I'm not certain what I'm going to do is right anyway, so I'm thinning out the edge of the feathers with my sculpting tool because they're about 1/8 of an inch thick on the edges, and I need to thin that down a little bit. So I'm, as you can see right there, so what I'm doing is I'm taking the smooth side of my wire tool and I'm pressing the tip against the board at an angle, and I'm just working the wax until it's thin on one edge, yet still thick enough to make a mold of. I think I might have to make a wire armature just because some of these are going to be away from the head. Alright, what I've done now is I've made little tiny armatures out of baling wire, just big enough to accommodate my feathers. Now I've set out the center feather and then worked out from there. I'll set the feather on the edge of the board and heat up like I did on the other feather. The armature. I really don't need it to hold up the feather, but since the feather is going to be on a quill, it needs to have a little length to it. So I'm just going to give it like that. Now I've got to get the other tool to press it down into the clay or wax. Ah! Screwed up. There we go. All right. There we go. Well, I'll tell you, this has been a busy weekend here in Ennis, Montana. This Sunday afternoon or evening, and I'm heading back from my studio. I had to pick up a couple of things. I didn't work yesterday. I decided I was just too worn out. I had to take a couple of days to just relax. So I'll go in tomorrow morning, Monday, and I'll see you guys then and continue the video that I started Friday. But I just wanted to show you what's going on here. All these tents, literally hundreds and hundreds of tents. Along the old runway. They used to camp out in the football field about a half a block from my house, and man, these guys would make noise all night long. Alright, I'll see you guys in the next segment of the video. Alright, I'm going to continue on with my clay here, and adding the armatures to the feathers. What I've got to do is first do the cap that these will be going on to. I've got some clay that I've rolled out earlier or last week. It'll work just fine for this. The reason I'm putting a cap on it so that I have a border of the cap to do my attachment of the feathers. Now the feathers are going to be blowing very strongly in the wind. He's facing almost into the wind, and so the direction of the wind, I'm going to put a little marker on his shoulder to show me the direction of the wind. The wind is actually coming from that direction, just over his shoulder. So I need to put these feathers being blown into that direction. All right, let's put the tools aside and feather. I want to put the beaded part of the headdress on. I don't know how big I'm going to make it. I think it's going to be a little smaller than that, yeah. I'm not going to paint the feathers because I've still got work to do on them. And I'll probably paint them when I get to Tahoe, after I work on them a little bit. Wondering if I shouldn't go ahead and put his hair on. Let's try that and see what it looks like. I'm putting a major piece of clay on for his hair, only because I want to see how this looks. And see, that takes care of the negative area there nicely. Do the same thing on this side. Except on this side I'm going to have it coming down a little bit. Like that. This will be the fluff right here. And this will help lock in the feathers. This will be the eagle fluff. And since it's blowing in the wind, it's going to be kind of compacted up here. While I'm waiting for the wax to melt, I'm going to do a little self-promotion. This is the last DVD have on hand, and I've got to send it out today to a person who bought it in California. I just wanted to show you what you get. You get a certificate, you get a card with my contact information and a picture of sweetgrass on it, and a DVD. And then I also supply a list of silicone tipped tools that you can buy online, the ones that I use. And I also send you some reference material via email to help you with the sculpting of the head. I just figured it was easier to send it by email than it was to actually print it out for you. You can print your own pictures out and you got it permanently on your computer. So if you'd like to get this, all the information on how much it is and how to purchase it is in my video descriptions. And what I'm doing is I'm just pressing this really soft wax onto the feathers. That way it has a feel of fluff. I mean, there's no way I can sculpt fluff, but this ain't bad the way I do it. All right, approaching storm. Just about done. Before I actually attach him to the horse and do the blanket and all that stuff, I've got to get that horse cleaned up a lot. I have to do his eyes. There's a lot of stuff I have to do. But I'll have plenty of time to do it at the gallery in Tahoe. And that's the key. Time. All right, for today, happy sculpting. And I'll see you next time.